guys? What is up? So let me get to it. Let's go take a look at the S&P 3 monthly. 3 monthly still go holding strong. Weekly. So yesterday we were talking about this, how try to picture there's only two ways these candles can close, up or down. Weekly wise, since we know the major point data is coming out, you can kind of proceed where the market may end, unless there's some surprises. Normally tweets by our buddy Yellow Man, orange hair, yellow hair, whatever he is. So, anyways, not just that, but other companies, other countries, tweeting, saying something about tariffs or whatever, whatnot, or some sort of war issue. Um, the only thing right now that they got you distracted with the whole Epstein thing. Um, Iran was still left, where it not died, but it's still there. Just like many other times where they keep fighting, especially if our buddies end up keep pushing and throwing rocks at each other, it's gonna progress. But the time and everything is important right now because we're coming to big earnings. We're coming to banks next week. After that, we're coming to actual big companies, from your Microsoft to your Apples to your Google to your Nvidias. Nvidia hitting this all-time high. Tomorrow we don't got no data, so the market's gonna open happy based off this of Nvidia. Not just that, but all this good news, quote unquote, that we've been getting, stimulating the market. And tomorrow we're either gonna complete this or create a new all-time high and close higher, or we're gonna come back down. Let me put my bullshit up. Yeah, come back down to the 3 monthly or close halfway. But I doubt it. And if anything, we could just close by the new all-time high in this box right here. If you see, this is support right here. It's your second one's right here. There's a box right here. So let me show you real quick. This blue line is a weekly where we close for the week. So if you go to the week, actually that is wrong. Why is that there? Oh, it's for a daily. My bad, you guys. We closed last week down here. That's where you'll see this blue line. So from where we closed last week to the next day is where I normally close it. So I'll be right here. That's where we closed on Wednesday today. Your next area now is gonna be then from this day, Wednesday, to this area right here. Cause I know I dissect into sections, and based on the color of the lines, I know how hard it's gonna be to get inside of the next or past through the next one. Besides that, I have the Fibonacci's. So those again, in my other videos I mentioned this. In my other videos, instead of having the Fibonacci, auto Fibonacci that you see right here, and going through the candles to see where the fit. Oh, did I move something? Oh, okay, there. Instead of going through the Fibonacci or the time frames to see where the 50 Fibonacci that's very important. Um, I marked them. That's why here you see this 8. This blue is for this 8. It lets me know that it's a 8-hour candle 50. The green one is for a 2-hour candle. You guys see the 50s right here. So as the market develops or goes through, I know how hard or whatnot, how it's gonna work out or whatnot. So let me take this stuff off because I know it's gonna confuse you guys. Say 14. All right. So what you're gonna see today is or tonight. So the market ended up. You saw the market. Yesterday, I was telling you that this exactly thing was gonna happen depending on the time frame. I said by we were down here. I said by 11. What is it? 11. No. 11:30 to 12:15. It needed to actual break out and go for a move. I'm gonna put back my indicator. And I told you got this area right here. Even my indicator is telling you this is your resistance. It's gonna be hard to pass. These hours that we're holding finally at 11 o'clock pushes up, and that's when I was recording yesterday's video of SPX, telling you how this needs to happen. From there, you will then see it go 1 o'clock and then 2 and so on and so on. If you see right here, that's what happened. 12 o'clock it held because 12 o'clock was very important because the 4 hour candle that we closed at 1 in the morning. And then from there, no, 2, right? 2? No, 1. I forgot. It's 10. 2. 2. Because I keep getting confused with the time here. Receive, counter. Yes. Yeah, I guess, yeah. So close at 2. Not bad for that, I guess. I'm a little bit slow. So we close the forward candle at 2. Then the next one is at 6. And then the next one is at 10. And so on, so on, so on. So what's very important is that little half area. So the fact that we finally broke through this, especially at 2, right where we close a forward candle, we close right here, right by the weekly resistance into the next section of the market. Also breaking this forward trend line. This red line is a forward candle trend line that we were on. We were creating support in this cushion area right here. So all of that was bullish. So the fact that it was holding in this area right here, which is where that green thing is at, which tell me, hey, as long as we create support right here in this cushion, we're gonna bounce up and go. So anyways, the fact that it was doing that, I told you guys, as the market opened, the market should open with the anticipation of the Fed. Because I don't think we had data this morning, did we? Or if we did, no, I don't think we did. It was just the Fed talking at 7. So even if when I saw this come down, I was like, nah, that's normal. That ain't shit. As long as it stays in here, we're still gonna go up. Now, if it would have broke and went down here in these regions, then it's something to worry about. And even if it fell, oh shit. Even if it fell to this region here, then I'll be a little bit panicked to worry about. But again, I told you guys to pay attention your middle area. So then, from 6 to 10, so whatever your 8:30 to 9:40. No, that's too 8. That's will be 7:45 to 8:30. That's area you need to pay attention to. If it maintains and hold that, then it's gonna continue going up. Especially if you have an event or something happening later on, whether it be 2, 3, 4 hours from now. Especially with the SPX. Especially if there's nothing really bringing the market. If that would have brought that first data would have brought the market down, it most likely would have held here. And again, as 11 o'clock came, the market would anticipate what the Fed was talking about because it's very important. It would have been testing this cushion right here, would have turned red, and as the Fed talked and said this shit, the market would have broken down. But anyway, the fact that it held here and started going up, I was like, alright, cool. We're gonna end up closing. I mentioned yesterday how we were most likely gonna go to the all-time high and test these regions up here. Now that we got this good news and the market is happy with this, let me take this up. We're gonna hold that box. That's how a way I can, so you guys can visually see how what I'm talking about. And move this to the back. So we have these Fibonacci right here, especially an 8-hour candle and so on, a 2 and a 1. And we got nothing tomorrow. So the market is most likely gonna test these Fibonacci's. If we break this 8, it's then gonna test this 2. We're most likely gonna then create support right here. And again, as the market opens, we should be in this region. But it's too early right now, and you can see the market's not really dropping down, nothing like this. We want to see something like this happen. Like for example, at 10, it's already gonna be 10. It's holding. If we were gonna go down, we need to do something like this. Just a sudden 10 o'clock, and we break that type of shit. Like 10 o'clock, and we break through that. Now we're gonna hold here and all that fucking bullshit. But since we're not, and we're coming again, closing at 10. A 4 candle. The next one's gonna be from 10 to 2, and again your 11:45 to 12:15 to see where it's gonna do. Most likely, I believe it's gonna hold, and as the market opens, we're either gonna create an all-time high, maybe just peak it, and maybe just touch it here or whatnot, and then come back down and close here, or the worst scenario that I have is the market closing some of this region. But what I see it happening, most likely, we're either gonna hold this position, but what I highly more see it doing is end up closing here. So even though we play around here in all this region, at the end of the day, something's gonna boost the market, or just the fact that we had all this data, Nvidia's gonna be talked about, bragged, or whatever, whatnot. But yeah, I see it at least closing in one of these two right here. Bullshitting, whatnot, testing this as the market open to the page for again, maybe touch it and peak, maybe in the morning, 10, 11, but then come back down and then close here at 2. But that's, actually, it's Thursday, right? So do we have data? My bad, you guys. I'm slow right now. Yeah, my bad. FOM member, you got FOM member talking. But yeah, we have data at 5:30 in the morning. Oh, okay, yeah. So we have 5:30 data in the morning. We're gonna bullshit here in this region, and once we come to 11 o'clock, 11:45, you're gonna see it break up above this, and then slowly do all the bullshit, or we're gonna hold this position right here, and then just bullshit and then slowly go back up again. Yeah, because we're gonna come out. We have data, so the market's happy already. The market's happy. We got data coming up, so we're happy. We're not gonna, just like yesterday. I told you, hey, look, if we would have gone down already, if the market was scared, the market would have been dropping. The market investors, billionaires, whatever you want to call it, they would have been selling. The fact that they was holding, the fact that the time what it was, we were most likely gonna start breaking through this. Again, anticipating the Fed and all that bullshit. Same with tomorrow. We got data. We're happy. So we're gonna test these fucking prices right here. But once we come to 11 o'clock, we should hold this ground and slowly going up. If not, we're gonna hold this right here and then from here we're gonna slowly going up. Especially we should be right here by, if we hold this, we should be right here by 11:45, 12:15 type of shit. Then we close here at 2, and then from 2, slowly 3, 4 type of bullshit. The market opens, we make a new all-time high maybe, and then come back down. Bullshit in this region because we got no data. I mean, because we have the data. Oh yeah, and if the data is even good, I could then see it. Yeah, create a new all-time high, come back down. Bullshit in this region right here, and close on a Thursday. Unless we get some sort of bad news and the data comes out bad, we're gonna then come back down to these regions, play around here, and on a Thursday, somewhere down here. Right, I'm gonna go to crypto now because I'm not trying to make these longer, complicated. Another thing is this one here I mentioned in the videos how in your daily, no, 8, 4, 4. This move right here. When you have this orange means the market is going down, the blue one means the market is going up, and the red one is the volume. So whatever goes is above this is what's happening at the moment. Whatever's below it is it's what's not happening. So now we're in a bullish term. We hit a peak, and now we're still bullish, but we're weak. And you can see the volume still weak. But what happens is when this happens and they all tied up beneath is letting you know that the big move happening. So you already had your first move that happened right now, and if this proceeds, you're gonna see the volume pick up, and you're gonna start seeing something like this happen, where they go together underneath, and then finally they'll blow up. You'll see crazy, crazy volume, especially when we get to earnings. You gotta see shit like that. So especially with Nvidia hitting its 4 trillion, all that's gonna keep the market happy. Even if this data that we have tomorrow, even if it's bad again, the market's gonna correct itself because Nvidia, because this is that, and it's gonna go back up again, and we're gonna close near the all-time high. Watch. Especially because next week we got the banks, so we're gonna be looking forward to that. So most likely, if all this plays out, then we end up closing Friday good. Unless Friday, because we don't got after tomorrow, we don't got really nothing. So Friday, we hopefully we don't get a surprise, a tweet, something that'll bring the market down, or some sort of war. Alright, guys. Sorry for all the mess. Sorry for all this right here. But yeah, you should see this correcting. There's a 4 candle. So this one's gonna close right here, and then the next one should do a U, or it's gonna continue, and we're gonna test these prices down here, and then correct ourselves, and then come back down and close somewhere near here. If we have bad news. And still by the all-time high, and then that's the fucking data and the banks and whatnot. We're gonna recover this. So don't worry if we do go down or we close in a low price tomorrow. Don't let them ask you about or make you feel like this is a peak and blah blah blah, all that shit.